Hey yo, hey yo. Boom, 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 boom.
Went on a mission, they ain't even know where I was. Now they gon' know that we up, ain't no competition. This shit was already done, way before it had begun. The morning the coldest, I'm blowing smoke on my lungs. After gon' make me a run, I can't lose my focus. I'm smoking more gas than Cruella, I keep it 101. Forever I'm humble, where I come from. Niggas die, yeah, living too fast, I had to pour some lean into my cup. Moving slow, in that Range Rover, yeah. Expired tags, hope the cops don't pull me over, fuck. They just pull me over, in the phone runners, I don't rock no penny loafers, counting blue hundreds, eating lunch at Boston Nova, pass my dog the ball, I just pray he don't cross over, pouring out some drink for my boy though, a fallen soldier. What's the scope? Keep it 100 or more, yeah. Hit the dope, I pour a 404, the bigger the bag, the better the hoes. I knew this shit way before, but now that I'm living it, I gotta get me some more, give me some more, yeah, yeah, I need me some more, yeah, yeah, now that I'm living it, I need me some more, yeah, yeah, what's the scope, keep it 100 or more, yeah, pouring a 4 on the 4, I'm still the same from when I was poor, yeah, yeah, they said we never would make it, soon they gon' see where we take it, me and Zay riding in spaceships, smoking on gas, we faded. Most of these niggas be hating, it couldn't be overstated. I was underrated, but I'm never frustrated. Keep my calm, I elevated. Diamonds hydrated, prices inflated. Pussy niggas castrated. Ain't no more debating. I've been smoking Gary Payton, sipping yellow, tripled up my cups when Super Saiyan. Ignoring the lies they tell, he said that he plug, he clientele. I came around dope dealers, hiding at work in a Bonneville. My dog with that dope still, I told him that we ain't got a deal. But he sticking to his skills, making them plays up in the field. What's the scope? Keep it 100 or more. Hit the dope, I pour a 4 on the 4. The bigger the bag, the better the hoes. I knew this shit way before, but now that I'm living it, I gotta get me some more. Give me some more, yeah, yeah, I need me some more, yeah, yeah. Now that I'm living it, I need me some more, yeah, yeah. What's the scope? Keep it 100 or more, yeah. Pouring a 4 on the 4. I'm still the same from when I was poor, yeah, yeah,
Welcome to Hanging with Humans podcast. This is me, RJ. I am here in Helena, Montana, and I have a special guest today, Jeremiah. Say hello, Jeremiah.
Hello.
Jeremiah is a new friend of mine. I just met him today, and I'm trying to set up another camera, so if it doesn't work, then whatevs, but I can edit this all out. Yeah, so I'm sitting here with Jeremiah. How you doing, Jeremiah?
I'm good, thank you.
Yeah, I got to hang out with Jeremiah the last couple hours, and it's been a wonderful time doing the pre-interview process. This episode is going to be, it's going to be good for a lot of different reasons, but there's a lot of really important information that's going to come out of this, especially with a lot of people going through this same sort of thing in different places, but like custody battles, the judicial system when it comes to how that works exactly, and some of the things people go through from the standpoint from the male perspective. So I'm going to be able to kind of share that today, because you never know what kind of position you could be in, and it really helps to hear these things. I've heard a lot of things on podcasts that have like totally changed my way of thinking, and I feel like there's a lot of that sort of information in this episode. And Jeremiah is a very solid, good dude, and one of the most like loving, caring, excited dads that I've ever been around. Now, I've only been around him for this short time, and yeah, we just recently met. We have a mutual friend who kind of set this up for us, and yeah. So, how you doing today, Jeremiah?
I'm good.
Good, man. So we went over some stuff earlier and went through, checked out some paperwork, and so I know this is like a super touchy sort of situation. So I appreciate you being here and doing this. I know how important, I think we both know how important mental health is in today's day, and how how much it affects everybody, and people around us, people close to us, in your relationships, and the type of toll it can take on us. So I think you'll be able to kind of give us some insight on what that looks like. But yeah, so starting from the beginning, the story of Jeremiah and Kimber. Jeremiah, you're 44, and your daughter Kimber is
She's 8.
8 years old. From the looks of it, she seems like your best friend.
Yeah.
Pretty much, right?
Yep.
You got pictures up all over the house, and I want you showed me your phone. It was an awesome slideshow of pretty much everything in the world you guys do together. And yeah, I could feel the love that you have for her, just for being around you this much. So yeah, we'll start with like the backstory to everything. Tell me about you and your daughter. Not quite where we're at right now, but yeah. Give me the situation.
Like prior?
Yeah.
I was doing a lot of the responsibilities. The whole 10 years I was with Kimber's mom, I was working, dropping the kids off in the morning, getting dinner before I picked up the kids, pick up the kids, go home, figure out dinner. Then Kylie would get home, and like right when she was getting home, the whole mood would change. Everything's all good, and then Kimber was 3 when I didn't really care. Like, we didn't have a relationship. Like, things were just for the kids, and I would fall asleep usually on the couch if she didn't.
Yeah.
One of us would be in the bed and one of us would be on the couch, dude. And like, it wasn't romantic. It wasn't fun.
Together just because that happened?
It was. It was because I was a dick, dude. To be honest,
Really?
Because she wouldn't help with nothing, man. I had to make sure the kids' clothes were clean, and make sure they had food, or make sure the lunch bill was like, dude, pay all the bills, work, get the kids from school, drop the kids off in the morning. Like, don't get me wrong, I enjoyed doing all that shit.
Yeah.
I didn't want to change any of that.
Yeah.
I didn't request to change any of that, that's for sure, dude. Because I can make sure it was done and done right. And, like, they were learning, and I don't necessarily even agree with the schools anymore with some of the shit I've seen, but
Yeah, I heard some of it.
that's a whole different episode or 3.
Yeah.
Like,
right. Yeah, it's tough in today's society to even know what's going on when we're not there. I feel like they've shifted the power, or from the parent over to the teacher, and trying to
absolutely. Once you leave your kids, you can't. The school here, when I drop my daughter off, I can't even go walk up in there without someone buzzing me in. It's a compound, not a school. It's a compound.
I guess because like all this shooting and all that stuff. Yeah.
Yep. Alleged protection, but
Yeah.
like, I understand all that. I just don't agree with. I can't walk right up into the school and grab my daughter whenever I want, because I should be without telling anybody what I'm doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
different times.
Yep.
Every couple years, it'll change this way and it'll change that way. But no, it's been kind of trending that way for a while, where they're like, we need security guards with guns all the time, and like the teachers need to be, you know, like.
I know some teachers that I would love if they were armed, bro.
Right.
I would be tickled pink. I would sleep 10 times better if I knew some of the teachers that I know.
Yeah.
A 45 tucked in their waistband. Yep.
Yeah, I mean,
That'll take care. That'll pretty much handle some issues.
it will. Anybody with, you know, proper firearm handling, it's going to benefit them in any scenario. You know, teacher, not even being out on the street, but just knowing your way around that and how to do that. It's an AI summary recorder.
Nice.
Pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. I need one of those. I can like make a phone call and turn that on, and it's gonna
It'll
collect all that.
It'll transcribe all of
Yes.
it. It'll separate you and the person you're talking to.
Will you write me that down, please?
Yeah, of course.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt your episode.
No, you're good. Yeah, no, so.
Anyways, I'll make a long story short with that.
Yeah.
She came home. I came home. She's packing a box full of makeup, taking off. I was like, she left the kids with me. Everything was all dandy. Like, weeks go by, dude. Weeks go by. Her son eventually went with his dad. He can stay, sure, but if somebody else wants their child.
Yeah.
So Josh shows up for his kid, and then, like, she started coming here and terrorizing us, dude. Like, we would hear her coming. Kimber would start crying. And her older sister called her mom once. We have this documented and reported to the court.
Yeah.
Her older sister called her mom, and her mom is a badass, and she was sitting down the road. All right?
Yeah.
She wasn't coming here, only if she had to. She was sitting down the road. And we all thought and felt that Kylie was going to come do her thing that she does to us and terrorize us all. And the cops won't come and do anything, dude. I don't know what the deal is with her, but they won't do anything. They won't stand up to her. They facilitate every time.
Yeah.
And part of the problem is she gets away with it every time. So of course she's going to do it again. I get in trouble. She gets away with it. She gets benefits from fucking me over, and I get more fucked over. It's a win-win for her until she wants money. That's like,
So,
I got off track.
All right. So
Back up.
we're gonna get into
Back up a little
that,
bit.
but yeah, no, go ahead. So that situation, it becomes toxic.
Yeah.
It becomes.
Yep. So her mom's sitting down the road, and as we thought, Kylie pulls in. Kimber starts crying, and Kendall, my older daughter, calls her mom. Mom, she's doing it. Hurry up. Right? She's tired of this shit, dude.
Yeah.
Enough's fucking enough. So Kylie's in the house, flipping out, trying to take Kimber, and Kimber's running away from her and screaming and yelling, and I'm recording it. And I don't like that in the first place. I don't want to document it as happening, dude.
Heck no.
It's foul, and I don't want to play it. I don't want to hear it. It's horrible to experience.
Not fun.
It's, why would you want to act like that or put your kids through something like that? When your kid's screaming at you to leave them alone, for heaven's sake, dude. So anyways, now my ex shows up. Sorry, you can edit that.
No, you're good.
All right, my ex shows up. My first ex. She's a good mom.
Nice.
Kudos to mom.
We got some good ones. Yeah.
She shows up and she's like, "The fuck is going on here?" All right, and she's gonna whip BM's ass if shit don't like tone down right now.
Yeah.
Something she dominates the whole situation. She knows I ain't gonna fight a woman.
Yeah, of course.
I don't. So that leaves Kendall next biggest, and that ain't gonna work. So number one mom shows up, and BM just dips out. Don't say bye to anybody. Just whoop straight out the door and drives away. As soon as we had a credible and reliable witness, somebody who would stand up for us, all of a sudden can't talk or nothing anymore. Just tucked her head and out of here, flying out of here.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, dude. I was like, can you hang out for a while? I'm like sitting there watching a movie, and mom's like, I gotta go. And I was like, can you hang out for a while? I'll never forget that. She was like, no, I gotta go. Like, bye, thank you. Like, everything's back to normal. All the kids are fine, and everything's back to normal. And we know we got at least a good solid week before shit goes down again. All right. So like she goes, whatever it is she does. I don't know. I don't speculate. I don't care. I don't want to wonder.
Yeah.
It's all just toxic poison that you don't need to wonder about, dude. I don't want to even talk about it or remember any of this, but I want this to be done, and
Yeah.
I don't want to ever have to talk about it. And this takes care of that.
Yeah. No, for reals.
Huh, kitty?
You're going through a process right now with things that occurred recently. I guess there's a I don't know. I guess culturally, a lot of people think that there is a bias in the judicial system, in the court systems, when it comes to children.
Yeah, absolutely. Once they choose a parent, this is what happens. All right, I'll lay it out for you. Two parents go in because one petitions for it. Boom! Right off the bat, the one that petitioned for it is going to get a higher standard and more concern when they're reading the paper. When they enter a motion, it's going to be answered right away. It's like respected and honored. All right, not even just honored, but whether you lie or whether you violate the fucking parenting plan, even, dude, they just go ahead and keep your back because you're the petitioner, right? And that's just right out the gate. Now, if you're a woman and you're in the state of Montana, it's a state for the mom, right? All she's got to do is say that I was abusive. Boom! I lose all credibility because she said that.
Yeah.
All right, and they hold that to a, like, we believe her, period.
Yeah.
Like, so they take that as solid fact and enter into the court, of the record of the court, that you're a liar, that you're perjurous, that you're going to tell lies, and you're going to try to weasel out of shit. And right off the bat, they set that. And they haven't even met you yet. They ain't even met you yet.
Yeah, that off the bat, that already
So
knows that.
then you figure out how to respond to this, that whether you're a woman or a man, you got to respond to this that the other one filed. And you have no idea. They got a one-up on you right there because they done already figured out how to do it and what it is. Right? So you're in the dark, raising your kids happily, smiling, and then next thing you know, you don't get to see your kid because you don't know how to decipher the court document. But if you don't respond, it automatically goes into effect what the first parent proposes. If you don't respond, you're fucked.
And they could propose the most outlandish shit.
If you're not paying attention and you don't read and you don't respond, you are fucked. Now, what the other parent, if you don't have wheels or the ability to get to the law library or get online, if you can't have a printer, if you don't have access to a printer and computer knowledge to type some shit up,
No chance.
if you can't buy an attorney,
Yep.
there's a million other ways. I can keep going. You want me to continue on? Or no?
Well, you had you
Like, there's a
originally
lot of things when you're the plaintiff, all's la la la, rainbows and ice cream, right? But when you're the defendant or the respondent, it says both, by the way, on there, defendant or respondent. Plaintiff, defendant or respondent. Yeah, I gotta be a defendant. I gotta defend myself right off the bat. Their document is claiming itself to be an attack.
How often do you think the man is ever in the position?
In Montana here, it's 70-30. 70% men, but still there's a good solid 30% of women that are getting fucked over. But the 70% of men won't talk about it, are ashamed about it, or don't give a fuck. There's three categories.
Those are them.
They won't talk about it, they're ashamed about it, or they don't give a fuck. And they're not parents anyway.
They're not parents.
That's ruled out. The moms most likely have other issues that they don't want to drag into it, or other events that they don't want to expose, other violent offenders, other predators.
Yep.
That they're afraid still.
Yeah.
Like, who knows?
Seriously,
But I've seen a little bit of all of it. Parents that I've helped, and I've gotten to a point where I'm like, you really do need to get help before you can get your kids, and like, you need to finish that chapter, and then you're at a point where you do got to prove yourself. Like, they're wanting me to prove myself. Prove myself of what? I'm not a drug addict. I'm not an alcoholic. I don't have a criminal history. I don't have a bad driving record. I don't have. I'm not a violent offender. I'm not a sexual offender. I'm not. listed on any lists for I don't have fictitious names. I don't have accusations of lying before this custody court shit, and them claiming contempt. I've never been even ticketed with, by the way. I've never even received a ticket for a violation of a crime or a statute. I've just been accused of contempt. Contempt is a misdemeanor, and they've even gone from, oh yeah, you won't take a plea agreement? Well, we'll go ahead. And I'm going down this list of 9 contempts, and I've got 5 of them dismissed, and there's only 4 left. And I called the clerk and I said, I'm coming up on you. And they didn't like that, so they dismissed that and they refiled it as felony charges. For the last 4, the remaining 4, they have renamed what they're going to call my charges, my counts, 3 different times. They've renamed them. Like start. I'm going to just. Oh, wait a minute. We're just going to change it. Now they have it saying stalking and all kinds of shit.
Really?
Yeah, dude, all kinds of shit. They have in one of their papers. They have it claimed that I am suicidal or homicidal or both. One of the prosecutors wrote that in their fucking paper, and I felt it necessary, dude, to file my papers, filing with a different county, and a disclosure that I would never kill myself.
Yep. And
they're trying to put words in my mouth, and that where did that come from? That I'm suicidal? I'm not homicidal or suicidal. I don't have any. I've never hurt anybody. Nobody's ever been hurt on my watch. No, sir. No, thank you. I don't tolerate bad behavior, and I never will. And that goes all the way up to the judge, I guess, is where we're at.
Yeah.
That's why I'm fucked.
You,
Pretty much. But,
damn it. I just lost it.
sorry.
You're...
Yep. Like my grandma would say, you should be ashamed of yourself. That's what I told him, bro. That's what I told him. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Sorry.
That changes your bail.
So, I know we're going to get into, like, excessive fines, insane stipulations and stuff like that. I want to describe your interactions with the judge and in terms of how did you, you seem like a very intelligent man and a very loving father, and you know how to present yourself and how to speak to people. What was your approach in going to talk to the judge about all the things that occurred?
Every single time I've attempted to talk to Judge McMahon, he either hurts me or shuts me down. One of the two. He's never listened to me talk, never once.
No?
Nope. Years and years and years, 3 years now. And he won't let me have my peace. He won't let me say my bit. Ever. Never once has he let me say my bit.
And these would all be situations where...
It hurt me means I go to jail. Yep, I should have shut up. I go to jail. Hurt me means I'm going to raise your bond to something I know you ain't got. Hurt me means I'm going to add a GPS monitor even though you didn't violate anything. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to add you need to have a GPS monitor. That just is more money, more shit I got to do. Remember to charge it. Don't forget to charge it, because if you don't charge it, you go to jail right now, Sonny. You forgot to charge that shit. Come on. For real. Yep. I'm not an alcoholic. I don't have an alcohol charge. I don't have any charges whatsoever. I'm accused of contempt. And they use that to just monopolize and terrorize our lives. Kimber and mine. Every time they hurt me, it hurts her. And like, I'll make it, but it hurts her, dude. And I'm not gonna be quiet because it hurts her.
Yeah, exactly.
If it was just me, maybe I wouldn't say nothing. Maybe I wouldn't even feel the need, but it hurts her. So here we are.
Speaking of...
They arrested me at the clerk's window at the courthouse the other day while I was filing, to stop me from filing what I had to file. It was a complaint about an officer that refused to welfare check on my daughter after I was talking to her. She said my mom left me with the pedophile. She called him, and that means my mom left me with. I need to get her out of there because she don't want to be with Doug. And then Doug takes her phone and turns it off. So I called for a welfare check, and the officer told me no. And then when the officer found out it was rightfully my day with Kimber, he decided to stop communicating with me and send me an email that says we do not enforce parenting plans, and then excommunicado. No more talking.
You showed me some of the paperwork, and I mean, I'm not a lawyer or anything like that, but I've read some shit in here where I'm like, this shit made up.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's pretty crazy.
Yep.
But like I said, I'm not a lawyer, so.
Yep.
Yeah, but
you can't make that shit up, dude.
No.
You can't make it up.
Not at all. And
it's fucking. They know they're aware. They're hoping that I get in trouble. They're hoping I get entangled in something or die. Their greatest aspiration would be that I just die.
what is it exactly the vendetta is against you? So that way, you know, like we said,
I told the first custody judge that he is out of order, he's a conflict of interest, and he's not looking out for the best interest of my daughter. And he, in fact, committed criminal child endangerment by removing my daughter from a protection order. He removed her name from a legitimate protection order from the justice of the peace. The district court he had jurisdiction over it, and he just took her name off of it.
which is
Not fucking cool, dude.
yeah, not,
Like, homeboy tried to light her on fire.
yeah,
She had a legitimate order of protection. They left me hanging with an order of protection that protected me.
yeah. We're not gonna like just go
Yeah.
super detailed into
Yeah.
it, but the situation kind of is an ex and that ex's significant other or something along
Yeah.
those lines of somewhat or another, and Jeremiah's child, and visitation stuff, and that other person, and this is annotated stuff in the court systems that this person probably shouldn't be around
Anybody's kids.
from what I've gathered. So all of these things that he's talking about, very passionately about, it's hard to try and put yourself in someone else's shoes to even fathom what it might be like to have to deal with someone else.
Not when it comes to your kids. If your child told you that they were abused at the other parents, what do you do, dude? You raise the red flag. You call the cops. You call CFS.
Yeah, and I guess
How did that become a bad idea?
yeah.
And wait a minute, I'm the one who called the cops, and I'm the one who called CFS, and I'm the one who lost custody. There's not a single report of anyone being hurt on my property or on my watch.
Yeah.
No reports of me ever being abusive, dude.
Yep.
Except from her. And you saw the letter of her retracting her statements when she made her false testimony that put me in jail.
Yeah, there's
Funny.
There's a lot of
Once they make a mistake that they know could be that they know could come back to haunt them, they'll keep that like 10 times the magnification of how much they were protecting that person before. They go into overdrive now. They have to keep it the way it is. They have to keep appearances the way they are. They have to keep appearances the way they are. They can't let the other person win. So they don't. They just don't. It doesn't matter if you have a legitimate claim or not.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you have the legitimate papers. It matters if you have an attorney or not. That can help. But even if you have an attorney, you can't make a judge recuse themselves. And there's a case you could look into for Cascade County that I just read about. A judge wouldn't recuse herself, and a detective was involved in helping prosecute an innocent man. And I can't remember the names, but the lady that won the case took over the presidency of the company, and dude, like Jesus Christ. And He sat 9 months in jail before someone got him out. The judge put him in there and didn't even have a release date, I want to say, but 9 months he sat there, and it was wrongful accusations, wrongful imprisonment, and it was all a Cascade judge, a female Cascade judge, 2021 maybe. But that scares me because Judge McMahon has been here an awful long time.
Yeah, that's what you were saying. It's yeah, when there are positions that are meant for like this many years, but it's 5, 6, 7 times that, it becomes like this is just mine forever, and I can do whatever I want.
Yep, whatever I want. Yep.
Yeah, but I mean, those things are in place for a reason, I feel like. And if everyone doesn't agree on them, then let's re-vote on them and figure out a better way to do it. Because corruption.
You've been involved with the Furlong case, studying that?
No, please.
The Furlong case. He's the president. The Matt Furlong guy is the president of the Montana Child Protection Alliance, and he was busted for a whole slew of fucking pedophilia.
Yeah.
He got a whole ton of shit off of his computer.
Yeah.
And Judge McMahon tried to instantly get the kids back into Angie Furlong's custody, his wife's custody. Holy shit, dude. When I read that, it was a written order to follow the current parenting plan, dude. It said follow the current parenting plan. He was trying to force them kids back into the abusive household right away upon finding out that homeboy's busted. It's a sting operation and the feds are now involved. So there's a big old spotlight on this thing, and I'm like, they're the first people I called when Kimber started getting abused. That's just great. That's dandy. So I posted on Facebook. I said, look how high up the ladder the pedophile ring goes. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you seen the movie Spotlight? Have you heard of it? So it actually it was a news
Charlie, chill.
News journalism team in Boston, and I want to say it was in the 90s or 2000s, but they basically busted open the Catholic Church, being, tied in with all that stuff in the East.
The Roman Catholic Church. Don't get me started.
Yeah, but no.
Really, you got that under. I was just teaching Kimber about the Roman Catholic Church, and we were doing a study about how many people have been executed under the consignment of the Roman Catholic Church, and it's an unknown number, an unknown ongoing number. That there's lists and lists of different places that have compiled records of their people that have been executed by order of the Roman Catholic Church. When I found out, dude, it was like a year ago. I found out that the Pope was in league with Hitler. Like, they don't teach you that in school. I had to put that together myself.
You gotta follow the white rabbit yourself.
I had to put that together, but like they called it. They didn't even say Italy was part of. You know what I mean? They didn't even disclose that in school. They didn't even.
They just gave a lot of shit.
I want to say Italy wasn't even in.
A lot of what we know is not worth.
But yeah, anyways, when I figured that out, I was like, but wait, the whole world like holds the Pope as like the highest authority when it comes to religion. You like forget what happened?
Who knows why people do things do. So contempt's dismissed how many times? A bunch of times, right?
I got 5 of the 9 dismissed, and then they dismissed the remaining 4. All right, and then they refiled the remaining 4 with a different name under the same number, and they tagged felony, and they were contempt, and they changed their names, and they put a felony where it said misdemeanor prior, and I was like, huh. They amended it. It said, and they stacked the charges. I don't know. It was
That's crazy.
another kick in the nuts, because when they dismissed it, I was like, right on, somebody's listening.
And then they try to hit you with the crazy bond, right?
Yeah, right off the bat, when they refiled, they wanted a warrant. They wanted me to go to jail and do fingerprints because of the new charges. Right? When you get charges, you got to go get booked. and it ain't always a book and release. I sat there for 4 days and got out for 1,100. Right? They revoked my bond. I don't remember the first one. They gave Kylie a no contact order because she didn't want me to be able to be a dad. Is all. Like, I didn't do anything for a no contact order.
Yeah.
But there was a day that there was nobody to talk between the two of us, and I just said, what did I say? I said, does Doug really have COVID? And where am I supposed to bring Kimber?
Yeah.
And I probably talked some shit, to be honest. I probably talked some shit about would I want to bring Kimber back to somewhere where you got COVID, right? But like, I got to do this anyways, or they're going to take Kimber again, right?
Yep.
They revoked me on that because I was questioning where to bring Kimber, and they took it as I wasn't going to bring Kimber or something. I don't know. They came and arrested me, and $2,000 to get out on that one. And now the bondsman's my good buddy, and we know each other by name now. And I'm like, yeah, yeah, buddy. When someone says, all right, good buddy, that don't mean that yeah, you're a good buddy, dude. No. The more they say it, the more you should really raise an eyebrow. What was I saying earlier? What was that I said earlier that people say a lot? There you go.
There you go.
There you go.
And that shit. So this is actually just like a little side story. Kimber's 8 right now, right?
Yep.
And all this court shit, fees, everything is really a pain in the balls when it comes to burning.
Yeah, I'm
your
drained.
pocket.
I'm completely drained.
Yeah.
I don't have I got $38, dude. $38. But we got food and my house is paid and we got the power on.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's all we really care. We always only care about being fed and smiling.
And smiling, yeah.
We like to smile.
But your super genius daughter, what did she do? Financially smart move that she did for you.
Oh, the other day we were driving around in the truck, and we're all bumping tunes and shit like we always are. And I got my hat and shades on. And she's over there in the front, got her hat and shades on, and she's doing the mail, opening the mail, and telling me that I need more money. Right? She's like, here's another bill. The power bill is $283 or something, right? And I'm like, yeah, I figured it was about $300. I got that though. I just got to get my check. And she's like, all right. So she's continuing to open mail, and she starts asking me questions, and she's on her phone now, and she keeps asking me questions. She gets done, and she shows me what she did, and I was like, what the? I'm still driving, and I get home, and I read my email, and she got us approved for a $500 credit card. And like, she goes, that's my $500. And I'm like, you don't understand, dude. They're not just giving you $500. And she's like, look, $500. I got you approved. $500.
Recording?
Yep.
Yeah.
Sure are.
Can I get the keys?
No. You gotta wait a minute.
All
No.
right.
Look at him, he's all nervous. He's just gotta wait now. He should have been waiting. So she's like, well, that's my $500 anyway. And I was like, every time you spend that money, you have to take money away from the money she thinks grows in her truck. Like, there's a little spot, a little cubby on her side in the truck. And when I got change, I'll tuck dollars in there and fives and stuff. Or like sometimes, like when I get good checks, it'll be like a 20 spot. So sometimes there's money in there, and I'm like, you know your truck money grow spot. And she's like, I was like, when you spend money on the plastic, you gotta send money back to pay back the money that you spend, and you'll have to take it from your truck spot money. And she was like, I was like, well, where the hell are you gonna get it? And she points at me and runs off laughing, dude.
That's hilarious.
Like, fuck.
Daddy's not a bank. Do you want to give him the keys real quick? And then we could, no?
No, he can wait. We can finish.
Sounds good. So
Huh, kitty?
these there's a lot that went into it, but it ended up we could just say the charges, and there's what,
The charges are all just communication, violation in communications. They're claiming stalking, but that's only because I leave work from my residence to go to work at 8 o'clock every day if it's Monday through Friday. That's where you can find me, leaving my house at 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
Guarantee you. Whether I'm sick, it's rainy or snowy or shitty.
That's where I'll be.
I go to work because it might not be sick and rainy and snowy and shitty at the job site 20 miles away or 30 miles away or 3 hours away.
Right.
So I'm driving by Town Pump in East Helena one day, and the idiot in front of me veers off in like all erratic movement, and I drive by and look, and it's my ex and her pedophile boyfriend. Right?
Yeah.
And they called the cops and said I was following them, yo. And I was like, they don't live in East Helena. I live in East Helena. I was leaving my town to go to work, dude. They were in my town. I didn't even know they were there. I was telling the cop, I was like, dude, I didn't even know they were there until they're driving like morons.
Right.
Like, they alerted me to their presence. So they turned that into stalking. Yeah. One of the charges that they have currently pending on me, I've already got dismissed in municipal court, but they won't recognize that it's the same thing. Even though the dates coincide perfectly, they won't recognize it. It's been dismissed. I've already been sentenced and charged for what they hold against me right now. I forgot to tell you about that. I've already been sentenced for it, for what I stand trial for. That doesn't make sense, does it? But it happened. I was sentenced to 6 months and a $500 fine, all suspended on the contingency that I could cooperate with the court. And I didn't have a choice in that. I didn't get to defend myself in that. There was no trial in that. There was no due process. It was just a conclusion made by the court and an order that was signed as a sentence, and it even said on it, sentenced. I was already sentenced. So what they have on me in court right now, I've already been sentenced for, and yeah, there you go.
So there's all that, and do you believe that it goes like from top to bottom? Like, for instance, we were going through this stuff, and you got online to check your files for the court documents.
Yeah, I had a share file that you just witnessed disappear before our very eyes, and it had videos that I already had downloaded, thankfully. They all just disappeared, right? You saw it?
Yeah.
It disappears, you try to click the file, and it's poof, be gone.
Yep, that was pretty crazy. And that's something you can usually just get in, grab a
Yeah,
file,
and grab
see
it.
whatever you
I
want.
can look at it, share it, do whatever I want. It's all record of the court and my files. You know, my share folder.
Crazy. So
The lady who built that, I can't contact anymore either. I tried to email her one day, and that connection has been terminated.
that's crazy.
It's like Black Ops shit, dude, for sure. Some places I go, they won't even deal with me, dude. It's like I'm an alien or something. It's
Not a
how.
citizen. And it's crazy when all these different departments and all these, different things are supposed to be out for public interest and helping, and especially the kids.
No, they're sworn.
Yeah.
Their sworn duty is to serve and protect us. And God damn it, they're not. And we need to do something about it right now, dude. We need to do something about it because they're getting stronger and stronger. The more we just let them, the stronger they get. The weaker we get. It's all mental, dude. It's all mental. And like, normal person that doesn't have a support group, that doesn't have money, has a normal job, barely gets by, but getting by, undergoes this shit from the court, and they target them. They decide they're the parent they're going to target. They're going to target one of the two. Sometimes it's both, and then they take the kids. Like, they've had their eye on Kimber the whole time.
Yeah.
They can take Kimber from Kylie easily because they know Kimber's abused with Kylie.
Yeah.
They can fucking do it. All they got to do is get me out of the way. All they got to do is get me shut up, silenced, in jail, whatever. They can take our daughter. That's what the goal is from the beginning. That was the goal number one. Because she's a shining, bright-ass light of goodness, dude. And they don't like that. They want to snuff that shit out.
I mean,
But if we don't all stand up and do something, dude, they already are lawless. Why are we gonna condone and listen to and respect lawlessness in our courts? You don't listen to them. You don't do what they say. You don't go to jail. No. Get out of jail free right now. All of us stand up. All those guys in jail, half of those guys could show me papers that were legitimate, let me out. They should be able to present those to the jailer just like I had papers. And you say to the jailer that this is not grounds for my incarceration and you have no choice but to release me. They have no choice but to release you unless they have other papers that are
Like conflicting with that.
yes.
Yeah.
Or overpowering.
Yeah.
But if the only papers that are holding you can prove right then and there are illegitimate, they have no choice but to release you, but they won't.
Yeah, exactly. Theoretically, and with actual law
I did
being,
it 3 times when I was there. I requested to make a phone call to 911. They wouldn't let me do that. I asked for a link to the FBI, and they wouldn't let me do that. They wouldn't let me on the main line downstairs for your free call or free or whatever when you first go to jail.
Yeah.
Because I had already requested to call the FBI and 911. They didn't know if 911 would work, but they didn't want to let me find out. I wanted to find out so bad.
things you should be able to
911 don't work from the jail cell, but I bet you it would work from holding. I bet you. It should work from the jail cell because you're still a citizen, bro.
It's true.
And an emergency is an emergency. And just because they're the cops, don't make them there to protect you. Jailers aren't cops. They still swear an oath. All these people swear these oaths, and they're holding their fingers behind their back crossed and smiling and laughing at you while they're doing it. And you can see them doing it because their hand is behind their back and they're holding their finger. Dude, like, get the fuck out of here.
What would you say?
You gotta say, to defend yourself and protect yourself, you have to say, I accept your oath that you made to defend and protect me. And then you recite your rights and constitutional freedoms, and then anything after that, dude, like, either they're gonna just deny you or lock you up, dude. I don't know. I don't know anymore, man. They're gonna just lock you up if you fight. That's why I say, don't let them lock you up.
Yeah.
If it's lawless, then why would you have to listen to that?
You don't, but just like, I guess if you don't understand the system, you know, and there's a lot of intimidation that goes into it too as well.
That's where they won't get me though, dude, because that don't work for me. If you threaten me, I'm gonna do the opposite of what you're aiming for. You shouldn't have threatened me.
All right. 8 months taken away.
Yeah. So the 4th time, Kimber told me she was abused. She was on a camping trip, and they put a rock in her, and then they saw blood. Doug, the pedophile's children, had her at the river while Doug and her mom were sleeping. They put her, she said that they held me down in the deep water after they saw blood. And they did that 3 times. But I was teaching her how to defend herself a little bit, but more than that, I was teaching her how to swim. The weeks prior to that, she was with me most of the time. And I almost taught her how to swim, but the court separated us. And what she told me is she swam out. I said, how did you get away from them? And she said she swam out, hurt them both, and ran back to her mom. And her mom screamed at the boys and then told her not to tell me or she'll never get to go back to her mom's again. That's exactly what my daughter said. I filed with the court emergency custody and intervention papers that made a report to CFS, called the sheriffs, called the police. I did what I was supposed to do, dude, and fucking I said, this is the 4th time. You guys have failed to protect her 3 times prior to this, and this is the 4th time, and I'm not giving her back to her mom. It was time to put my foot down, dude. And that's when they say, yeah, you're right, usually. But no, still, dude, still they want to be talking about how I would never say some shit like that to my little girl. idea itself is preposterous, and I'll fucking even think of that, dude. But to put it on paper that I might be lying to keep Kimber, I don't want to keep Kimber from her mom. I don't ever want to keep her from any of her family. I want to keep her safe, you stupid, and that's my job, dude.
Right. That's what a dead dog is.
I'll go to jail over and over and over again as long as I'm on that guideline and I'm following that code. And they can suck it, dude.
100%. I'm gonna read this letter.
Yep.
This is
after PM made a report that I was abusive and I abused her. I went to jail, and then I got out of jail. My place is all raided, my garage all torn through, and the door's wide open, the Christmas tree's tipped over, the dog shit's everywhere, and the dog's sitting there in a pile of a torn up couch smiling at me. And like, deal, dude. I get out of jail, and the next night I pull in, and she's in the driveway, dude. There's a protection order, and she's in my driveway. And I'm
gonna read this letter real quick. To whom it may concern, on the day of 12/18/2014, I, Kylie Clark, was not physically harmed by Jeremiah Lowrie. Did not feel there was a need to call the police. While talking to Officer Bragg, he never informed me that I was being recorded. I feel this is a violation of my rights. Thank you, Kylie Clark. So yeah, there's been a lot of turbulence and craziness going on for a lot of years, why is it always like the finger trying to get pointed back? Like, you know, like the incident happened.
because I'm a dick. I'm a dick, and I can't help it. When my kid is being abused and put at risk, that amplifies I'm a dick.
Yeah.
And when people are willingly and knowingly letting that shit happen, that amplifies, and that continues to trickle into an exponential.
So you take.
I don't know. I'm trying to work on it, dude. But when you need to be a dick,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, so when you take away the being a dick part, right? Which people, it's not the end of the world, right? But you got your own business.
Yeah.
You do very well for yourself. You take care of your daughter, and then some. You guys are very close. It's almost like they want to make you into like something else that you're
They
not.
want me to be someone that I'm
You know,
not.
because you're everything.
I swear, and they can't make me not swear. They keep trying, but tough shit.
If it has nothing to do with hurting your kids and not right, are you generally just like a pretty good, laid back
I don't
guy?
just volunteer being a dick.
Yeah.
You have to draw out me being a dick. You have to poke at that for a while even. I'm not even going to let you have that for the first 3 times yet. But on the 4th time, you get, I'm a dick. It's the 4th time here. And fucking, it's the 4th time that I've warned you. I warned you. And then I warned you again. And now warnings are done. I figure that's fair, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
For me to go that far should be a testament to the court of my patience.
I feel no, every time I've ever been pushed to like, I don't know, an extreme degree or something, I don't know. At the end of the day, I can always work on myself no matter what I'm.
I work on myself, yep.
So this cool last little stretch we're gonna do here, I wrote down mushrooms, mental health, and systemic legal issues. So mental health is a big part of this thing.
If I didn't have microdoses, dude, of the mushrooms, I would be lost. I'd be done. I don't even know where I would be. I wouldn't have a home. That's for sure. I wouldn't still have my job. I wouldn't be able to fight these. The only way I can keep it together mentally after, especially after this last time, my anxiety was already,
Yeah.
I'm haywire, dude. And then they arrest me at the clerk's window while I'm trying to file paperwork that says that they are malicious intent. Their malicious intent needs to be stopped, and I need sanctions provided for Kimber and I to protect us against these.
Yeah.
They're arresting me while I'm filing this, dude. And
Crazy.
that fucked me up a little bit this time, bro. I don't know. I'll get over it. I'm a little twitchy now, but
Yeah, rightfully so, man. You went through a lot, and you know, still in the middle of it.
I still haven't even fully, like, I woke up this morning and I still haven't even fully dove into what really just happened, dude. But they locked me up for nothing, and on a no bond until I saw the judge, and then the judge was just completely biased and completely cruel.
Yeah.
And it was designed to destroy me and lose my home. If our mutual friend didn't bail me out, then I would have lost my home, my job, at least 2 jobs that I have lined up.
Yeah, no. He's a good dude, and he's helped me a lot too as well.
The mental targeting that they do, dude, they're well practiced at it. They know what they're doing, and they will just crush a normal person without any defense, without any mental defense or blockers. Walk right through them, dude. Plow them, destroy them, turn them into nothing, dude. And most likely incarcerated nothing. Incarcerated, wondering what the fuck just happened.
Yep. It's like they got
Poor fucking people, dude. And then kids that are abused constantly.
Yep. It's crazy, man. It's a big problem right now in this country, and I'm not an expert in it by any means or anything, but I'm an empath, and I feel for people, and I feel for women, children, especially, you know, stuff hits closer to home sometimes a lot too, and so I mean, I hate that you're going through what you're going through, but
I was brought into it for a reason. Like, I think that I need to do what I'm doing, and it's what I'm supposed to be doing is where I'm at right now. And I just hate that Kimber has to live it with me, I guess.
it's crazy.
Because it became about me, and it's not supposed to be, and it hurts Kimber. It's a custody parenting plan. It's supposed to protect her, and all they do is hurt her. And one day, dude, they will fucking pay. I promise you. They will
One way or
fucking
another.
pay.
I'm gonna do some questions, and then we'll finish with that.
Cool.
What role do you think societal stereotypes about men and women play in legal outcomes? Because you were saying earlier, you think it's like 70-30.
70-30, yeah. The women get, if like lying is condoned and rewarded, they just got to do their part, you know. You know how life works. Corrupt ass. I don't know why it is the way it is, dude. Well, my ex herself is a good liar. I've lived with her fucking 10 years, and I want to say maybe the first 2 were good, and then every year after got worse and worse and worse, all the way up to absolutely horrible. And like, I was really glad and relieved when she was gone. Really, when I had the kids and everything was fine, it was a good feeling, bro. It was nice. We went from chaos and a nightmare to this is cool. It's all quiet here. I even remember my oldest daughter coming out one day, and she goes, "It's so nice here now." And it's all like bird. All you can hear is the birds chirping, and like
nice,
everybody's just chilling. There ain't even TV on or nothing. There ain't no music playing. It's just all chill and peaceful and nice. And like, besides Johnny out there making a ruckus, it's all peaceful as shit always here, dude.
It is, man.
And that's how we like that.
Big smiles.
That's like definitely a must.
Absolutely. Any resources or organizations that you found helpful with this process you're going through right now?
Yeah, we never got into it, but child support, I sent all of the information, my bills, Kylie's bills. They came in hot, wanting $500 a month or something. I sent her my bills that I had to pay. They were still coming to me. My bank account and a letter of exactly what happened. And the person that opened my letter and read my letter was a good person, and that wrote me a letter that said, "We will not be collecting money from you for her. This case is closed. Have a nice day." And I was like, I like this guy. I got that plastered out in my garage
Nice.
on the wall. That's one of my favorite bits.
That's hilarious.
Along with that letter from her that proves that she just
Yeah.
does and says whatever. If she's pissed, she'll say whatever. If she's not pissed and needs something, it has to involve she needs something.
Yeah.
But then, oh, here, I'll write this letter and tell them I was lying. Fucking dumb.
Damn. All right. I think this is gonna be a really good one to go out on. If somebody is listening right now and they're in a dark place like you have been and you were and you're kind of still going through it, how or what are the words or what would you want them to hear?
I remember this. I needed to say this, and I hold the line. That's something. Yeah, hold the line.
Hold the line.
Hold the line. Yep. Because you ain't alone, dude.
It's hard to be able to talk about this type of thing, but I'm pretty sure you understand the importance and the significance of doing it. And like you said, I wouldn't wish some situations upon my worst enemy. So if anybody's going through it out there, talk to somebody.
Yeah, I wouldn't wish the court. Don't ever call CPS. Don't ever call the sheriffs, and don't go to the court for help if you need custody help. Holy shit, what a dooming experience.
Yeah, that's got to be rewritten.
That needs to change, but that'll only change as if the citizens unite and stop being little bitches, dude. And I don't foresee that anytime soon, unless somebody more important than me gets yanked into this, dude. You know what I mean? Like, fuck.
All it takes is hearing somebody do it first and to fire someone up. So.
Someone did, and I wanted to make sure I said her name. It is. Oh, goodness.
You learned from this person?
She went to the courthouse to shoot the judge that was my custody judge, and she took 6 bullets for it, and she prompted an investigation into our local courthouse, and her name is Danielle Moore, and she's my fucking hero, dude. Yep.
That is a hero.
Yep. Like, I don't condone going to shoot the judge at all, but I can sympathize and understand where she was, because he made some pretty strange feelings and emotions happen in me.
Yeah.
When they separated us for 8 months, it came to Christmas Day, right?
Yeah.
And the judge ordered to bring Kimber for at least a half hour, right? And I was talking to Kimber in the morning, and Kendall was sitting in there, and I was talking to Kimber on the phone, and I was like, "We're ready for you. We're waiting for you to get here. Kendall's ready to open her presents too. She's waiting for you." And Doug took the phone from Kimber, and he said, "Well, you're gonna be waiting a long time, motherfucker." And then he hung up. They didn't let us talk again, and they never did show up with Kimber.
That's perfect.
And that's something that Kimber holds on to, that she uses as fire to have a great heart against those two, Steve. Yeah, she makes them pay, bro.
Well, she seems like a little fireball.
Yep, she's a little fireball. Yep, she's got it handled. If I didn't cover it or cross the T, she's dotting the I, dude. She's got me covered. Kid.
Well, I think you're doing a good job, man.
Thank you.
And,
right on, man.
thank you so much for your time.
I don't have no more to spit.
I feel you. We had a day today. And thank you, everybody, for watching.
Yeah, thank you.
And, put some awareness out there. And see you later. Bye. Boom.
Nice. Thanks, dude.
Nailed it, bro.
Right on. I don't ever have to do that again.
No, never again.
Thank you.
But we got it just what we needed, like for reals.
It don't get more real than that.
No, it doesn't get more raw than that.
Better be dog. I came up from the gutter, the home of real niggas. Down to do whatever, whenever to get that skrilla. Rain, sleet, and snow to get that paper dog a minute. And the only reason I jumped in the game was to win it. Shine at night.